Good day, good morning, good afternoon, or whatever time of the day it is that you're watching this episode. My name is Q, and welcome back to the Old School Let's Play series. So today, I want to touch base on this. This area is looking completely ugly, completely gross looking. We got one house, we have a couple of chest monsters going on up there. It's just not cutting it. So what we're going to do today is going to beautify this entire area right here. We're going to start laying out some stuff. We're going to get a second, maybe third, maybe fourth, maybe fifth house put in here for our Fletchers and build up the Fletcher Kingdom. But first things first, I got to place some blocks. So let's hop into a really cool, speedy up, buildy time lapse, and hopefully Eddie will do something cool with it. And yeah, let's place some blocks. Now, I gotta say, this is looking a lot better. As we could tell from before, it was nothing, and now we have this big, giant retaining wall. Because up along the top of this mountain here is going to be home to all of our Fletcher villagers. This is going to be the Fletcher Villa of the little town, whatever it's going to be. For basically, this is where all of the Fletchers are going to end up living. So eventually we'll have like some cool other buildings popped up in here for the different houses. We got one right here for Jerry, and he's currently sleeping because he knows it's almost nighttime. And look at that beautiful sunset setting off into the distance. So what I need to do now is I need to fill this whole thing in, and I plan on using coarse dirt down here for the actual like pathway and walkway. Almost something similar to like what we did over there in the farmer villa. That's going to be the coarse dirt with some spruce buttons on the floor and rooted dirt. So I need to get this filled up and in just here so that way I know what I'm looking at for space and for groundation of the laying out for the pathways and everything. And actually need to establish a little pathway right here. So let me get this all filled in. Let me think about how I'm going to have the pathway come up and down and around here. And I'll bring you guys right back when we start working on this pathway. So now that I got all of this filled in, it's given me an idea of just how much room that we have to expand these houses to make like apartment complexes and other things, and also expanding into our little 2 redstone farms that we got in there for the sugarcane and for the bamboo, which eventually underneath this mountain here is going to be a massive bamboo farm. So that way we can just constantly have a flow of bamboo to trade and refill all of the emerald needs that and experience from these villagers that we have here. But now I got all of this coarse dirt right here, and now it's time to actually start marking out the pathway that's going to bring us from down there all the way up here into the Fletcher Villa, or whatever name that you guys come up with down there in the comments. So I know I want the pathway to be at least like 3 blocks wide and have it come up here. So maybe, and trying to make it like kind of curve down along the side here. So maybe in the sense of bringing it out 4 blocks to there, maybe if we bring it out to here, and then we'll kind of start to curve it down just a bit. Something to the effects of like this. It's not too big and bulky of a pathway, but it's got enough room. It's wide enough that we can run up here without having to worry or to think or anything of that sense. And we can easily just jump up and around. But what I want to use for slabs is actually the mud brick slabs. And in order to use those, I need to gather up some mud. So Eddie, roll some footage of me gathering up mud and try to make it entertaining, alright? Alright, sounds good. Now that I have acquired the mud, I have turned it into packed mud, and thank goodness that we had all of that wheat over there to harvest up. So it was just pretty easy to turn this mud into packed mud. So now it's time to actually take, probably we'll do, I forgot you gotta actually turn it into bricks, and then we can do half a stack into the mud brick slabs. So, oh, there's a cat. There's a cat. Okay, all right, change of plans, change of plans. I need to get some fish. I should have some fish over here in some barrels over here, right? We gotta tame this cat, and hopefully the cat doesn't despawn. Now that I got some fish, now it's time to get this little kitty cat. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Come here. Come here. I just want to be friends. Come here. Oh, look at that. We got ourselves a little cat. So now, down there in the comments, drop some name suggestions. Because, we need to name this little guy. And I'm not good at coming up with names. So I need your help with that. Come on, little guy. Let's go finish up this pathway. Come on. You'll be the site supervisor. Oh, who's a good boy? Pat, 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 pat. So now that I got the slabs, and now that we got our site supervisor here, I'm thinking of the simple factor of doing this and carrying it along the top. All the way through so we can easily just run up. We don't have to worry about jumping. We don't have to worry about stairs. Something like that. It's working. I like it. And if we enter into our camera mode here, it's got a good slope coming down. It curves down with the actual retaining wall right here. So maybe what we could actually do is copy that retaining wall over to this side. The only way to find out if I'm going to like it or if it's going to be too much gray is to simply just throw it in, right? I mean, from up here, it's not bad. Maybe throwing in some texturing of the tough walls and doing something a little bit different might actually help. But I think if we do carry all this all the way down, so that way we can actually get a better idea of how this is going to look and if it's going to be too much, and potentially we'll end up doing some texturing because texturing is important. And before I forget to actually throw in some torches down in here, so that way we don't have ourselves a little mob spawner, I'm going to, throw these torches in right now. Look at that. Past queue looking out for future queue. So from standing back here, it does look a bit too much of the gray. So I think I'm going to have to figure out to do some texturing and some detailing to this, and maybe adding in some slabs and things just to give it some different elevation and breaking it up a bit. But it is laying out the formation and how things are going to be laid out. And I don't have any coarse dirt on me. That's fine. We got ourselves another kitty. Well, hello. Now we need 2 names. So put them down there in the comments. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. The time has come. The time is here. The time is near. Hey, that rhymed. Well, anyway, I'm going to get into a really fast, speedy up build time lapse here. And hopefully we'll get some cool shots from Eddie that he can do some cool stuff. Which hopefully he hasn't failed you guys yet so far in this episode. But we'll see what he can do with this. So I'm going to get cracking on. I'm going to get the next elevation laid out, because the plan is that right here, these are going to be the stairs that bring us all the way up here to the, oh, that's upside down, all the way up here to the second level where the next house is going to go. And then we'll end up starting to stack houses left, right, center, all the way over. So this is the stepping stones right here. But first, we need a wall. We need a thing to make sense that's holding up this land for the houses that are up here on top of this. And yeah, so let's get cracking, shall we? you know, it's amazing to think what just a little bit of stuff can actually do to make things look different. That is really bringing that whole area together up there. I mean, I got the chills. I got the nerves. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what else this can, turn into. So we got this little retaining wall here. Gotta figure out a better doorway to get into here. Maybe can do like a cool redstone contraption or something. And I laid out the rest of the coarse dirt here. I'm leaving that water pool there just in case, because I don't know if I want to change this up, like actually curve this around. But I'm liking the looks of this. We got a little balcony canopy kind of a thing coming over. It's supported by here. We got some storage here. We got some campfires. And I need... Oh, perfect. I got a piece of stuff right there. Ooh, well, ignore that. And then I filled in some of the coarse dirt here because I'm not sure how I want to lay out the houses up here just yet. So I got to figure all of that out. But just standing up here on the balcony, just taking a look over this, I can't wait to see how the village is going to pop up and everything. Oh, I can't wait. Like this is a turning point. This is really exciting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, enough is enough. Let's get this second house built up and in here, and maybe we'll even get another villager in this house. So Eddie, take it away, my guy. And just like that, folks, the second house is up and built and ready to go to home our next Fletcher villager. Now, the fun part is going to be getting one of those guys from down there all the way up into here. But I'm not going to put you guys through that. I'm going to do that behind scenes. And you know what? Hopefully that more buildings will pop up in here. I got to figure out designs. I left it like this as a way to remind myself that there's going to be other houses with joining walls, or that basically this deep slate wall here is going to be a marker for, hey, future houses are going to be touching. This is going to be a very compact area of like the apartment complex. But that is for future Q to figure out. And that is enough for past Q right now. So everybody, I hope you have a good day. And if you liked it, make sure to like it. Comment. Need some comments down there to put some books onto shelves, to put the words into blocks into the world. And if you're new here and you want to see more, make sure to the subscribe button. But anyway, have yourselves a good day, everyone.